When people hear you're a breast cancer survivor, the first question they will just ask you, they are not like happy with you that you are like, the first question they will just ask you, did you cut your breast? For crying out loud, what are you cutting? Are you cutting bread or meat? It sounds traumatic, okay? It sounds traumatic. I think people should skip that area aside. We know that every breast cancer patient has a scar, and that scar doesn't define who we are, okay? And some people are like, when they hear you are having cancer, they are like, maybe something spiritual or maybe something, and some people would even want to like not really associate with you. But I want to thank God for the kind of awareness that is being created now to let people know that breast cancer is not spiritual. Breast cancer is not spiritual. So that is it. My name is Benita Obona.
So how does that feel to be a breast cancer survivor?
It's one thing that I can't really explain how I feel. But, you know, at the mention of breast cancer, the thought that comes to you is death. It's just all about death. But I'm just happy and glad that I'm alive to share my story with people, to tell them that breast cancer is not a death sentence. Yeah.
All right, so when you went to the hospital and you were told that you have breast cancer, like, how do you feel?
Okay, actually my mother died of breast cancer when she was 39 years. I saw what she went through, I saw the pains she went through, and I said later on in life I want to be an advocate. I want to tell people about cancer. But you know, as we grow up, we tend to forget about a lot of things. So I went to Nigeria, and by the way, happy independence to Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian, so I went to Nigeria for a funeral. So as I was taking my bath, I just said, okay, let me check myself. So I felt a lump. You know, the thoughts just flashed back to my memory, how my mother died, and I was like, so this is how I'm going to die and leave my children. I would go inside, I would cry, I would separate myself from people, I would cry, but as time went on, I had to brace up and just talk to myself, you have to fight this. If you killed your mother, it can't kill you.
So what advice do you have for some other people?
Yes, when I actually dictated it, I went to, somebody introduced me to Peace and Love Hospitals at the Sprinters Road. So when I got there, we did all the necessary checkups and all the tests. And my doctor, Dr. Wiafe, a very wonderful woman, she said, yes, Benita, you are having cancer. You have to start treatment immediately so you stay alive and take care of your children. So at that time, I didn't want to take chances. So I had to follow the treatment. I didn't listen to advices of your hair will go off, this will happen to you, and that will happen to you. I took my treatment seriously, and here I am today. So my advice to people is that early detection and prompt action is the key to survival. With God on your side, that breast cancer is not a death sentence. Some people sit down in the house and say they don't want to come out. If eventually later you are being diagnosed of cancer, you will still come out. So the earlier the better. When you have opportunities like this, October is for breast cancer screening. You see that opportunity, and who knows, that is where your survivor case starts from. Yeah, thank you.
My name is Vivian Jesse Safo.
So as a breast cancer survivor, today is 1st October, and October is meant for, you know, it's a breast cancer awareness month. So as a a survivor, what do you have to say about it? I mean, So tell me the story. I mean, how does it feel for you to, for someone to be infected or to contract breast cancer?
Thank you very much for your question. Like I know, breast cancer is a disease for mostly women. And once you are a woman, if you are not lucky, it can strike. But early detection and prompt action saves lives. Every woman should be cautious of the breast, should know the breast, should be friends with the breast. Get yourself screened every month. If you notice any changes, you report to the hospital. If you go and you are not comfortable, seek for a second opinion somewhere else. Push till you get a good result. Breast cancer is curable and survivable only when detected early. I was detected at the early stage, and by God's grace, I've survived for 18 good years. And as I stand here, I have my 2 breasts. Because I reported early, the tumor was taken out. I did my chemotherapy and my radiotherapy. And here I am today celebrating the Pink Month in a very nice way. My advice to women is that every woman should be cautious of the breast. Seek a second opinion, and when by chance you are being diagnosed with breast cancer, allow yourself for the meaningful treatments, for the doctors to take care of you. It's not witchcraft, it's not, I don't know, the myths and misconceptions surrounding the disease is too much, and the stigma is too much. A woman will have breast cancer and will decide to hide the disease even from the child. Why should it be so? If you do that, you are being unfair to your children. Go to the hospital and seek for medication. And when you become a survivor, you give glory to God and advise other women to seek medical attention if they notice any changes in their breast.
So as survivors, what are you doing to make sure that the education goes wide so that people, a lot of women...
We are doing our best in the advocacy program. That is why we work with BCI to go out there and share our stories. Mostly we share our stories to other women to erase the stigma and the misconception that once a person is diagnosed of breast cancer, that is the end of it. It's not so. So we are always going out with Breast Care International on an advocacy programs by sharing our stories, and we help in the navigation of the newly diagnosed breast cancer patient at the Peace and Love Hospital too.
So as survivors, we don't need any support from government, from philanthropic organizations so that to help you do this work?
Yes, in general, I will look at the treatment and medication. I think the health insurance is there, but the government needs to back up, because one will have to do biopsy before the result will show it's breast cancer or whatever it is. And that's one, people normally don't get the money to do it. Most women, when they are asked to do the biopsy, they go and they never come back, and they come back in a more advanced stage. So I would prefer the government to look at that end for us. It will help us a lot.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
But can we get...
Kana usro na me de benje breast cancer metimi atrankwam kana obohu me na fufo bebre kura no omo yesa na omo disie ebinum kura free mu, but me sister say baaye no kura na me hye ni nkuran say omo yenko na so ye twa ye fie be edunum ne ayi ni oda hotias so ntino ye ema me kan say e basa wo te ne foforo dia ya na wo yam hihyew say ade no ususu say ya na binum kura say ye efie yale ento yale ne ato ama ntin say wan kan tini mu a wontimi ntonkoso ema hospital asa wo pomode na ba hospital no ne nru e de mema wo no ma e be ka kire wudi so a ema wonya ahoden do okra starting no onofo onsa ene starting peja onsa wuntimi peja ene starting ho ntinya ni nyina na starting wo onofo di starting wo onsa wo moduo mu ho ene starting so ni nyina say ye oba hospital na doctor na okasa na wonya reshe mu nya gidie wonu mu a etimi bibia ya egu ya bebre ho a ye twa omo nofo enso unhu se ye twa. So
easier.
Make catch the ma ɛwɔ wiase nyinaa na sɛ wɔn hwɛ sɛ wonya breast cancer na ɛnyɛ ade a ɛyɛ ntɔyaleɛ ana bɛyɛ bi na di ama wo ɛyɛ yare a aba enti no wɔmɔden na wobɛba Dr. Ade hɔ sɛ ebinom kɔ doctors bebree a ɔmo ɛma ɔmo ntimi ntena nkwam miniminafoɔ bebree a ɔmo ayɛ a ɔmo akɔ ana doctor foforɔ hɔ a ɔmo atwa nso ɔmo antena nkwam nso Dr. Ade ɔmo a yɛtwa ɛdeɛ nyinaa no yɛwɔ hɔ nti deɛ meka kyerɛ wiase nyinaa ne mmaa aba nsɛ sɛ bi yɛ wa memfa nsie na mfa ntoɔ sɛ ɛyɛ bonsamyaleɛ anaa obi na atɔ ama wo ɛyɛ yare a aba nti bɔ mmɔden sɛ wobɛkɔ akɔhu doctor wohu doctor ɛbɛkɔ ama ho atɔ mmaa ɛwɔ nyinaa yɛwɔ bi nso ɛsɛ yɛn nyinaa nam hɔ ebi deɛ mfie dunum ebi du ebi sei nso yɛn nyinaa nyame adom yɛte nkɔm nti yɛbɛsisia sɛ sei no yɛ na wo hospital nnuro no ɛboɔden nti yɛbɛserɛ sɛ aban bɛboa yɛn na yɛkɔ hospital a wɔtumi aboa yɛn na nka yɛnya yɛn nnuro anaa sika no a yɛgye yɛn no wowɔ hɔ a ɛnyɛ sɛ nka ɔmmɔ o sika a wɔnnie nti wɔɔte fie wɔba koraa ne yɛhyɛ ne sɛ ɛnɛ berɛ a bosome bi aberɛ a sika a wɔde bɛba no wɔnya bi nti no na watena fie na adeɛ no so mɔɔ no a wɔtena fie no na ɛkɔ so nti wɔbɛba na adeɛ no asɛn ɛyɛ sikasɛm nti aban yɛsrɛ aban sɛ ɔmmoa yɛn ɛmma sɛ yɛhunu amane paa sika no deɛ mentumi mmɔ din sɛ ɛyɛ sɛmpo anaa taku sɛ nnuro no ebi wɔ hɔ a sɛsei no nnuro ne bɔɔde ɛsɛ kura no aba sɛ yɛ national health na yɛde kɔ hospital no yɛngye gye sɛ woyɛ insurance nso nyɛ mmaa no obi wɔ ɔnyɛ adwuma ebi wɔ kɔ reta obi wɔ so ɔnyɛ aban adwuma no wɔnyɛ sika ayɛ sɛ obetumi de akɔyɛ insurance ɛno yɛ ade a ayɛ paa ka aban mmoa yɛ smedas